If you have low porosity forcing natural hair, you already know the struggle. Most times products don't penetrate the hair, but they just sit on the hair strands. Your wash day takes forever, and somehow the next day your hair still feels dry. Well, today I'm going to be showing you exactly how I changed that for my own hair. A lot has changed since the last time that I posted a wash day video. I've changed the way that I wash my hair. I've also changed my after wash hair care and even how I moisturize my hair. Now let's get into the entire process. This is what my hair looks like going into wash, and the hair was shrunken here. These are the products I'm going to be using. I found these in the supermarket near me. I got them, I tried them, and they actually work really well for my hair. The products you use to wash your hair are important. If it's just going to be a mild wash, then you can use a mild shampoo and a gentle cleansing shampoo plus your conditioner and your deep conditioner. But if your hair needs really good and thorough cleaning, then you may want to use a clarifying shampoo or even do a clarifying mask to get rid of excess product buildup on your hair and scalp. The first thing I do when I get in the shower is saturate my hair with water. For this, you can use warm water. I didn't have warm water running at this time, so I had to use cold water. But in other cases, I would use warm water to open up the cuticles and to prepare my hair for cleansing. After saturating with water, I pat my hair with my fingers. Now, it depends on how the wash day is going. A lot of the times, I wash my hair from start to finish, and I don't use any comb or detangling brush so that I can really feel my way through my hair and separate the hair as much as I can without excess breakage. That's what I'm doing here. And to separate and part, I do 4 sections generally. Most times I may do more, most times I may do less, but this is my standard procedure. So 4 sections, I part it away like this. Then I work on my scalp first and then work on the sections individually. One thing that I have learned about washing my 4C low porosity hair is that I need a lot of water during the process from start to finish. And so at intervals, when I apply product, I also apply more water to my hair to allow the product to be evenly distributed throughout my hair and across my scalp. Then I apply shampoo to my scalp. I work with my scalp first, massage the product into my scalp, and use the tip of my fingers, not my nails, the tip of my fingers to gently massage my scalp. I do this thoroughly, and then I feel my scalp to make sure the scalp feels clean. Once you touch your scalp while you're shampooing, you'll be able to tell whether there is any draw, that if your scalp feels drawy or slippery. If it doesn't, that means you've been able to remove all of the product buildup on your scalp. So I do this once. For this shampoo, it's so good that I do it once, and because I have only washed my hair once in the past week, I didn't have a lot of product buildup on my scalp. Also, I stopped using so much product on my hair and scalp, and because of this, product doesn't really reside a lot on my scalp. So after doing that, I shampoo each section like you see me do here, and I like to work slow to medium speed so that I can really take my time to work my fingers through my hair and through each section without ripping my hair strands apart. For shampooing, most shampoos don't have a lot of slip, so you may not want to dwell too much or spend too much time trying to detangle the hair when you have shampoo in it. Simply apply shampoo to your hair, massage your scalp, make sure that you clean your hair and scalp properly, and then rinse the shampoo out. When you apply your conditioner like I'm doing here, you can now focus on detangling the hair if your conditioner allows. Most conditioners also don't have slip, just like shampoos, but I always advise you go for a conditioner that has slip so that you can detangle while your conditioner is in your hair. I mentioned that this conditioner doubled as a deep conditioner. I like when products are 2-in-1 like this because it takes out that extra step of rinsing out conditioner from my hair and having to apply a deep conditioner, then rinsing it out after. So now I simply have to apply conditioner to the hair, detangle, and cover my hair with a plastic bag or use a heating cap. In the case of this conditioner, it was 10 minutes. So I left that in my hair for the 10 minutes stipulated time, and then I rinsed it out of my hair and I used my fingers to further detangle. This is a very important part of the wash day. When I detangle after conditioning, I allow water to run through each section while I use my fingers to gently separate the hair and put it into twist. So the running water through the hair is going to make it easier to detangle the hair as opposed to rinsing out conditioner first before using a comb or your fingers or brush, whatever the case, to comb out the section trying to separate the hair strands. You see how easy my wash day is? That's exactly how easy your own wash day should be. I know in the past we've complicated wash days, doing all manner of things because we learned from the internet, and I have also been there. But as we learn, as we grow our hair, as we progress in our journey, we learn to break things down to simpler steps because frankly, nobody has that much time when you have other things to do in a day. Now we're moving on to my moisturizing. One thing that I added to my wash day, which I didn't used to do before, was blow drying my hair. I'm going to show you guys how I moisturize and blow dry the hair immediately after. I got these two products, the Mazuri leave-in and the Mazuri leave-in conditioning curl cream. So on the right I had the leave-in, and then on the left, the smaller jar, I had the curl cream. You can go back to that part of the video or pause it to see the products properly in case you want to get them. I divide my hair into sections. Now this one is standard. I do what we call permanent parting, meaning I section my hair into the same number of sections every time I want to moisturize. So it's usually 12 sections, 6 on the left, 6 on the right, unless I want to go smaller because I want to maybe braid a little smaller or twist a little smaller so the style can last me longer. But I do this standard 12 sections, and this is the first time I am using just one product to moisturize my hair. I love this so much. I was actually really impressed. In the past, when I want to moisturize my hair, after I come out with damp hair, I will apply a leave-in first and then seal with oil. But the way this product is formulated, it is so moisturizing. I knew I didn't need to go in with the oil to oil my hair after applying the leave-in, and I skipped that step. I skip steps that are not necessary so that I don't weigh my hair down with product, and also so that my hair does not become overwhelmed because I am doing extra things which I don't really need to do. It's very important that you note this. In the past, I would have applied this product, and no matter how good the product felt, I would have still applied my oil or my butter just because I'm used to it. But I am learning to work with the products as they are, and if they don't need extra things, I don't add extra things. If you've watched the video this far, I hope you've given us a like or a thumbs up to help this video reach a wider audience that needs to see content like this here on YouTube. And that's how much breakage we got. I was just feeling my hair to see how damp it was, and right into blow drying. Blow drying is another thing that I recently added to my wash day routine because it gets the hair dry very fast. The entire reason I started to blow dry was to take the amount of time that it takes my hair to dry from 24 to 48 hours down to just a few minutes. So I do this right after moisturizing to get the job done. I like to do it on medium to low heat, and in most cases I will even do high heat, but I don't pass the blow dryer through my hair too many times or for too long. So I do it like this. I hold the section stretched out like you see me do here, and then I pass the blow dryer from my roots to my ends, enough to get the hair moderately dry. After that, I comb through the section and then I twist it in rope twist. Doing rope twist is going to preserve the stretch and it's not going to make the hair shrink so fast. When it comes to wash day, I usually split my wash day into 2 days. The first day is for washing, moisturizing and blow drying, while the second day is for doing a protective style that is going to last me at least 1 week. But for this particular wash day, I had to put everything into 1 day because I wanted to take the next day to rest properly. I didn't want to look forward to doing any kind of protective style or touching my hair at all after spending time on it on this day. So after moisturizing and doing this blow dry, I did cornrows. Comment below if you would like to see the full cornrow tutorial. I just added some clips to the end of this wash day video, but I didn't detail the entire cornrow process. So if you want a detailed cornrow tutorial that you can make on yourself by yourself in your house, just let me know and I'm going to convert those cornrows that I did into a full tutorial for you guys so that you can learn how to do it to come out very neat as I do mine. And here I am done with my blow drying for this side. This is how I braid one side of my head when I'm done. All of this is going to keep your hair stretched until you're ready to take it out and get your protective style done. And if you are not ready to make your protective style right after blow drying, you can leave the hair until the next day before you start to make your protective style. This is what my hair looks like after the blow dry. This is my favorite part because my hair can be combed without any friction and it looks really good and feels really good. That product really had my hair feeling very lightweight. My hair didn't feel weighed down at all, and I was able to actually carry my hair for up to a week. I just moisturized my scalp and I also oiled my scalp within the week. I did that twice because I had cornrows in. So you can see how my hair is looking very luscious, very beautiful. The color is popping and it also looks really full. This is how your hair should look like at the end of your wash day if you have low porosity natural hair. Let me quickly round up. Let's get into my cornrows. Now, after your wash day, you must not do cornrows. You can pick any comfortable protective style of choice. Make sure it's a protective style, meaning it's low tension, low manipulation, and you're not going to be straining or stressing your hair and your scalp excessively. Then you get your protective style done. Cornrows are not a big deal for me to make. I make cornrows every couple of weeks. Today I decided to do 8 sections. This is what the first section looked like, and because I blow dried my hair, it came out super neat. I also choose to do cornrows because I was going to be wearing wigs for a while, and yeah, I had a really I didn't have a good time. No, that was a lot of work that went into getting my hair washed, moisturized, blow dried, and braided. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you've learned one thing or two, and I hope you found this helpful, especially as a low porosity natural hair girly. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to help with engagement. Everybody, thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.